Happy holidays, my friends. This is Rebecca from MacLean Life Coaching. I wanted to extend a gift to you, the people that I've had the honor of working with, and not one that involves signing up for anything or becoming part of a marketing list or has a pitch at the end, just as pure of a gift as I can give, and you're welcome to use it and share it as you wish. The season tends to stir up a lot of emotions and feelings, some old and some new. With the amount of personal growth that you all have been doing, traditions and other events of the season can churn up grief, elicit old habits and thought patterns, create a state of anxiety, or just confuse you over expectations. Thoughts of joy and gratitude, which I know that you've been practicing this year, can be present, and many other emotions can also be swirling around. I've created a short regenerating images and memory meditation to help you center yourself. Remember that there's no way to do this wrong, and there's no way to do it more right. That whatever shows up for you is exactly perfect, even if it doesn't match what I'm saying. So I hope you find it helpful. Find a place where you can sit comfortably. If where you are isn't quiet, that's okay. It doesn't have to be, and honestly, it builds our stamina when we do this kind of work without exquisite silence. So if you have a place where you're alone and quiet, wonderful. But if not, it's no problem. Take a nice deep breath. Maybe you haven't taken one of those in a little while. Feel how that simple action makes your body react. Try making your breath audible. Hearing slow breaths triggers the auditory system to recognize relaxation, and it's another layer of connecting the body and mind. With your next breaths, imagine your spine as a vessel, a flask or a tube, and breathe the air all the way down to the bottom of that tube, right to the tip of your spine. Each breath filling the tube with clean, fresh air and expelling old, stale air. With each exhale, pull your belly button toward your spine. Breathe in fresh air, feeling the oxygen further filling the spine, expelling that which is old and unneeded. Take another deep breath and feel the spine filling, pulling your belly button toward your spine and audibly exhaling. Keep taking deep, slow breaths until that tube is filled with beautiful, clean air full of nourishing oxygen all the way up to the base of your skull. Now following your breath all the way down inside your body, notice what part of your body is calling your attention. It could make sense to you or not. It could be an intense sensation or a gentle one, but whatever it is, just notice it and allow it to be there. As you move your awareness closer to this, wherever it is in your body, notice how much space this sensation is taking up. As you get even closer, notice its shape, if it has defined edges, if it has a color or not. Just notice its density. Is it wispy and cloud-like? Is it dense and heavy? Does it feel solid or hollow? Whatever is coming up for you is exactly right. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. It's simply your body communicating with you. So as you listen and observe, notice the surface of this shape. What is its texture? Does it have a temperature? Does it have movement? And then as you take a breath and on the exhale, move your awareness wholly into that shape. Move into it completely. And if that isn't what's happening for you, that's okay. Maybe you move in, on, around it. Whatever's happening for you is perfect, even if it doesn't match what I'm saying. So as you move into it, notice what it feels like to be inside this shape. Notice what it feels like physically. Notice what it feels like emotionally. Now your awareness will bring up a virtual resource, something safe, loving, and powerful. It could be a deity of your faith, a person you know, a wise and loving ancestor. It could be an animal or a piece of nature, even your future wiser self. But whatever it is, it just pops up to support you and love you, whether it makes sense or not. Just notice what it feels like to have your resource there with you. Then speaking directly to your resource, finish this sentence. What it feels like to have you here, resource, is what I'm experiencing now is. And how that makes me feel is. And what I really need is. What I know about me is. And anything else that wants to be spoken to your resource, just allow it to be spoken now. And how it feels to say this to you, resource, is. Now moving your awareness from yourself into your resource, looking from that perspective, back at yourself, and seeing a stream of colored energy moving from yourself to your resource. Notice the color and quality of that energy and where and how it's entering the resource. And feeling that energy as you're inhabiting the resource, feeling that energy coming into your resource and what that feels like for the resource to receive. And now looking from the resource's eyes and speaking directly to self. And when I say self, you can enter your name. So speaking directly to self from the resource. Self, what I have received from you, what I heard you say was. What I, as your resource, want you to know, self, is. And what I, your resource, know about you, self, that you may not even know about yourself is. And as your resource, what I want to give you, self, is. And still speaking as the resource, anything else that wants to be spoken to self, go ahead and allow it to be spoken. And how it feels to say all this to you, self, is. And now moving your awareness back into yourself, looking through your own eyes, listening through your own ears, sensing your own body and your own emotions, and looking back at your resource and sensing a stream of colored energy that's moving from your resource to you. Notice the color and the quality of that energy and where and how it's entering your body. And as you receive that energy, fully and completely receiving every ounce of that energy into your body, allowing it to expand, giving it all the time and all the space that it needs to expand completely. And when that's complete, and speaking back to your resource, what I've received from your resource is. And how it feels to receive this from you is. And what I now know that I didn't know before is. And how it feels for me to now know this is. And anything else that wants to be spoken to your resource, go ahead and speak it now. And how it feels to say all of this to your resources. And remembering that your resource is there for you, supporting you and loving you. Allow your imagination to bring up an image of how you're feeling about holidays. It could just pop up, maybe an image that maybe it makes sense to you or not. Whatever image comes up, it could be a person, a memory, a scene, or just an image. And as it just appears before you, notice your emotions around seeing it there. Notice what the image looks like, taking in all the details. And then speaking directly to this image. How it makes me feel to have you here is. What I really want to tell you is. What I really need is. And anything else that wants to be spoken to the image, just go ahead and speak it now. And how it feels to say this to you, image, is and now moving your awareness from yourself into this image. Taking a breath, and on the exhale, just moving wholly into it and looking from the image to yourself. Notice the stream of colored energy that's flowing from self to the image. Notice the color and the quality. Notice where and how it's entering this image. Just allowing all of that energy to be wholly absorbed by the image. And when that's complete, now speaking back to self, what I received from you, self, is and still speaking as the image, how it feels to receive that from you, self, is self, the reason that I'm here is. What's important for you to know is. How I'm trying to help you, self, is. Because what I want for you is. And then anything else that wants to be spoken to self, just allow it to be spoken now. And how it feels to say this to yourself is. Now moving your awareness back into yourself. Looking through your own eyes, listening through your own ears, sensing your own body and your own emotions, and looking back at the image and speaking to the image. Notice a stream of colored energy. Notice its color and its quality. Notice how and where it's coming towards you and entering your body. And if for any reason you choose not to accept this energy, just allow your resource to filter it for you. And whatever energy you choose to receive from this image, just feel it entering your body, receiving it fully, giving it all the time and the space that it needs to expand fully and move throughout your body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, all the way up and down your spine, all the way out to your fingertips. And then speaking back to the image, what I have received from you is, and how it feels to receive that is. What I now know that I didn't know before is. And how it feels for me now knowing this is. And anything else that wants to be spoken to this image, go ahead and speak it now. And how it feels to say all of this to you is. And now, as you look at this image, notice how the image appears now. Is it different than it was before? How does it feel to have it before you? Is it the same? Is it different? And if there's anything that wants to happen to or with this image, just allow it to happen, or allow your resource to carry out your wishes. And how does that feel now? Bringing your awareness back to your body, back to where you were first called in your body. Notice what that area looks and feels like now. Is it the same? Is it different? Bigger, smaller? Maybe it's gone. And if there's anything that wants to happen to or with this sensation, this image was in your body, if you would like it gone or expanded, just allow that to happen. Again, if you would like your resource to do it for you, your resource is there to love you and serve you. So just allow your resource to do that for you. And if there's anything else that needs your attention in your body, ask if your resource could hold on to that for you until a later time. And your body will let you know that all this beautiful work that you've done is anchored all the way down into cellular memory, even down into your DNA. And it's written on the screensaver of your subconscious mind, flashing millions of times every split second without you even thinking about it. And it's also saved in your conscious awareness, able to be retrieved at will. It lets you know that this is done by bringing full feeling back into your arms, your legs, your fingers and toes, normal awareness back into your mind, your body, your brain. And then as it's complete, spontaneously opens your eyes. Happy New Year, my friend. I know this coming year will be amazing. Please feel free to share this with anyone who may gain benefit from it.